It cost him a bit of mana, but Hozito is behind already. That Feral Druid DPS coming in, and he's just getting absolutely melted.
Big Eviscerate connecting onto Ziqo. Poly being casted. No interrupt, though. PS Hero might have been able to kick that. I'm not too sure. First aid coming out. Takata's in a whirl of fur. There's an Arcane Bomb and it lands. It's 5-second silence. Takata's completely tapped.
He doesn't want him to re-stealth, though. Wait a second. He's putting on his healing. He's putting on his healing set.
Oh, that's 5 head. Oh, that's so smart. Shobek gets the opener onto Roscoe. There's the big cheap shot. Probably the gouge into the kitty to follow.
He bowed. He's
role-playing. Oh my gosh, he's role-playing and it broke, so he doesn't get the kidney quite yet. This could be a grand finals game or like a semifinals game. Like these are some of the two favorites. I thought Snutz was going to win. Esfan, you said Bean could win, right? This could literally be like a grand finals match here.
S-Fan said he wants Bean to win. We know Bean can't win.
I want Bean to win. I do think Hunter's really strong in this tournament. But I mean, Snutz is one of the top players in all of WoW. I mean, he's armed to the teeth. I mean, just look at his gear. I mean, he has literally everything. So it's going to be a great duel, though. I do agree with you, Xaryu. I think this is a big matchup that we have coming up.
What's
people were talking this? I'm not too sure. It seems like a lot of them are going PM.
Yeah, I don't know if Bean's going to do it, but I cut you off. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say a lot of people are talking to Snutz about different matchups. Apparently Hunter is one of the ones he is a bit nervous about. He's like, oh yeah, I can beat that, but he is a bit nervous into Hunter. Looks like Bean is gonna start off with some CC onto Snutz with the gnomish goblin helmet here and get distance onto Snutz. I wonder if Bean's gonna opt in for a mana drain strategy or kind of just go toe to toe with the damage. Wow, looks like Bean's pet is already dangerously low here from Snutz. It's like half HP from one curse. Looks like Snutz going for a pet kill before killing Bean, going for the long game here. Viper Sting coming out. Tidal Charm being used from Snutz. And the pet from Bean is almost dead already. Drained life coming out. Pet is dead. Now Snutz has that Viper Sting. Let's see if he has elixirs to get that off. Bean on the back foot with those wing clips. Scatter Feign Death into the trap. Might be eaten by the pet, but no, almost. That would have been awesome. Pet in hot pursuit here for Bean. Bean taking a lot of pressure. Down to 30% mana. I would say Snutz is in the lead so far. Bean's
there's another Viper. He's going to get a free tick because you can't cleanse it while you're frozen, but he cleanses it right before it gets another tick. Again, Bean's just trying to keep that distance. He's trying to line up a grenade here. Snutz is trying to dodge it. Let's see if he gets it. He does dodge it.
Health funnel on the pet. Very smart.
Now the pet's out of range.
And this is not a Mak'Gora duel. It's a normal duel, so the range is a bit shorter. He's drain lifing the or Viper Stinging the pet's mana. Interesting. So Bean is going for the Viper Sting strat, but he's losing the mana battle. Snutz has such a mana advantage that I don't know if it's going to work for Bean. Bean using the medicine pouch, going to heal him up slowly but surely. Snutz playing the long game. Instantly uses the elixir on the Viper Sting. Really well played from Snutz. Health funnel coming out. Bean, I don't know how you're gonna win this one, buddy. First aid coming out from Snutz. The pet is in hot pursuit. Looks like Bean's gonna try to go for a full reset, maybe resummon the pet, but he's at the edge of the duel arena already. I think Snutz might still have that death coil. Snutz has so much in his back pocket. I don't know how Beans is gonna do this. There's 2 dots coming out. Snutz is patient. He's a veteran. He knows not to push in over aggressive. He doesn't need to. The dots are ticking him down. He knows the only way to lose this is getting over aggressive and pushing in. Just dotting him and letting the dots do the work is all Snutz needs to do here.
Bean wants to get rid of this pet. He wants to feign trap this Warlock, Snutz, so he can just eat and drink over and over. But Snutz knows this. He knows how important it is to keep that pet alive. And even if Bean does manage to kill it, Snutz will resummon it before he can get the scatter trap off. And so, in this situation, I don't know what Bean can do. That is his win condition, but Snutz won't let it happen.
Snutz still has the sacrifice pet if he needs a Feldom sacrifice, another pet. Snutz has so many consumables. Being on the back foot, 20% life. I don't see how it's going to happen. Snutz is just such a mastermind when it comes to PvP, when it comes to dueling. Being just kiting it out, doing what he can. But I think the agony and the immolate will eventually take him out. One more tick, Viper Sting through. Snutz insta elixir of poison resist on the Viper Sting and takes out Bean. One of the biggest games we've seen yet today.
I mean, what does Bean do? Oh, we got the death clip of who was it again? Salty.
Okay.
What happened, Salty? What happened?
Okay.
Is it a sapper?
With Vitochi. Okay, let's watch this.
Let's see what happened.
Yeah.
Must have been
my man is
So
0 HP.
Goblin rocket boots. Did it backfire?
What did he do to take damage? Absorb invalid target.
Oh, he has the debuff. It's gonna take.
The boots.
The boots are gonna take it off. Take it off.
Oh!
Dude, you're literally like, it's like you're sitting there and you're watching it, like you're sitting there on train tracks, dude, and the train's about to run over you. Oh no, dude. Oh,
Wow.
If only if he, dude, he didn't have a. Did he have a health? Can we go back? I don't even know if you have the wherewithal. Did he have a health potion he could have used or anything?
He could have just taken him off too. There's a million things he could have done. He just didn't expect it.
Oh,
He wasn't thinking about it. He would, yeah, just wasn't.
That would do it.
Well, that means he's out of the tourney. I mean, that's it. Finally, we get to see.
Digital. Here we go.
I'm
Sonii
so excited for this.
Oh, this is verse. Okay, Saren's out here playing Phero. He was asking me if I thought it could work. I don't think it does that well, but it might do better than any other spec, to be honest.
Yeah, let's see it.
So it's a Warlock.
Look at Sony's
Madnox.
gear right here. It looks like he's got his flask set out. He's got some what looks like plus healing gear. Is that where are we looking at Sonii here? Oh no, Sonii. Okay.
You're right.
Sonii versus Warlock. Here he goes.
Oh,
He's buffed
look at
up.
that gear. He swapped
Charging
the
in.
gear and he was a little low from the stamina swap. But yeah, the healing from the Diamond Flask set will probably more than make up for that. Dot's ticking Sonii down. Sony's connecting here. Big kick lands onto Madnox. There's a potion being used. Sonii kills the pet in one slap. So much damage coming out here from Sonii. There's a big Mortal Strike coming out. Look at the damage just chunking down the Warlock. To Voidwalker with the Feldom. He can sacrifice it, but what is that going to do? He's got to sacrifice before the execute comes through. Madnox, you got to do it. Hellstone into the Mortal Strike, though, so it's not going to be that big of a heal. Sony's all over him. He's immune to fear for the time being as well. There's the intercept. 3-second stun coming out. Madnox finally goes for that stop there. Full fear coming out. Arcane Bomb canceled. Well played there from Madnox on the reset. He's got to get another pet. Sonii 100% life. Absolute beast. Absolute tank of a player here. Going to battle stance to get that charge off.
Mounting up. There it is. There we go.
There's a mount off. Another Voidwalker. So Madnox will be able to live for a little bit. But man, Sony's damage is unrelenting. Now they're going pretty max range here.
Epic mount too to point out. Jesus. There's the helmet, but there's the Berserker Rage.
21%. Dude, he's just sitting over 20% the whole time. There's the execute. He's not dead yet? Is he dead?
Oh, he's,
there
yeah,
it
I think
is.
he's dead.
So,
wow,
Warriors, Warriors might be kind of the dark horse in here. Like,
so
Warriors traditionally in dueling tournaments don't do very well. But traditionally, FAPs are banned and a lot of these items are banned. Sonii just crushed that Warlock.
Yeah.
And someone was talking to Snutz about what he's most afraid of, and he said Warrior.
Well, Warriors have a lot of stuff like
Hunter, Warrior.
Even outside of this duel tourney, even then they're still scared of Warriors.
Yeah,
Warlocks are scared of that class. Immunity
because they have a lot of stuff for fear immunity and stuff. So,
yep.
You can go ahead on this duel if you want.
Well, we got Bananas versus Mak'Gora, whatever the fuck. It's his enhancement versus Rogue. The evasion's coming out, but he's already gotten half his HP. Bananas is He's got to try and get some distance. The kidney resist. Orc doing its job. Arcane Bob missing. Rogue wants to just run away and reset here, but he's dotted up. Bananas got him on the run. It's completely tapped.
Yeah, completely 5% mana. Mikado gets that result, but the flame tick is going to break him out. Frost Shock, really well played there from Banana with his last bit of mana, but Mikado knows that. Just going to go for another re-stealth, it looks like. Looks like some type of potion used from Mikado. Another Frost Shot coming out for the Kites, but he won't be able to do that forever. Big Emo coming in. Kidney Shot lands. 6-second stun. Trinket to reply here from Banana. Banana going for the Frost Shock. Blind coming out. Mikado probably going to bandage, first aid up. Go for that re-stealth, sap, even eat to full. Mikado looks pretty favored here in the situation. Banana can't be too happy about this one. Sap comes out. There's that T we keep seeing, Soda. I don't know what that is, but it looks like it gains some health and some mana.
It seems like it's massive. He squeezed it in before the sap as well, so now the cooldown is ticking down earlier. So he might get it up again during this duel, and that might actually win him the entire fight. Okay, Explosion Totem down. Massive damage. Explosion Totem. Does it blow up? Oh, that's the AoE. Arcane Bomb.
Arcane Bomb, he's again. Man, they're so strong. Arcane Bomb, he's but Mikado's down to 25% life. One big crit from Banana, and it's it. You have 2 minutes ticking, though, like you said, Soda, before that next potion's coming back up. So Mikado's got to finish the job and finish the job fast. Another mana plot comes up, so it shares 2 separate cooldowns. It's a lot of mana to work through from Mikado. Right. And now Mikado's on the back foot here. Can he misses? And that's going to be it. Banana takes him out.
Okay, so the item is tea with sugar. I'm having it linked by some people. It restores 1,000 to 1,700 health and mana.
And that's on a different timer than mana pot, because he used one to back to another. Savix might be in a game as well. For admins, we can get a look at that. But yeah, that's great. Tea with sugar. So it's 1,000 health and mana with a 2-minute cooldown. 3 charges only, and then that's it.
This doesn't even seem like secret tech. Everyone seems to have it. If we can't get the good UI, just bring up their stream.
It's Gordan.
It's Gordan versus Relay. This is big. Gordan, he's played a lot of Feral Druid. He played it back in Classic. He's going to try and make this work. He is so tanky in that bear form, but bear form also doesn't do a lot of damage, so it's a very slow duel. We got tubers coming in. The druids cannot use consumables while in form. He's gonna have to shift out at some point, but that MS is gonna grief him.
Oh my gosh.
Comes the sleep. He goes for it. The warrior has no break. That's a really solid sleep by Gordan there. He's gonna get some distance, heal back to full. Nothing the warrior can do. He's got his pummelers on for that attack speed in bear form. Counterweighted. Nice. Tidal Charm, he's charging back in. He's got Hots rolling. The warrior needs to get an MS up to stop these Hots from doing so much. The damage is slow, but Gordan has so many ways to reset. This warrior has to stop them. He wins the fight.
He's railing him right now, dude.
Yeah,
warriors are OP, man.
Big execute range.
Oh my gosh.
He leaves form, he's dead.
Oh, I died for a second.
What a duel, man. I thought
warriors are OP.
For sure, dude.
Is this Rogue versus Druid? Oh, I love this. Okay, the Druid. His name is weird. We can't get it on the UI, which is annoying, but he's got to get away. He's got to get CC, but Pshero is going to have so many root breaks that it's not even worth going for. It's better to play the game around sprint and just try and outrun the rogue. He's not doing it, though. He's out of form. He's gouged. There's going to be a big kidney. He's going to have to trinket this, or he's screwed, or blind as well. He's just going to keep resetting him. You can't abolish it when you're gouged. Fairy Fire is falling off. That's a misplay. You got to spam it. It lasts like 50 seconds, but there's so much CC from the rogue.
He gets a re-fairy right away. That's nice.
Okay, Pshero messes up, doesn't get the stealth off. There's the bash landing. He gets a big bash there into a root. He's going to have another break for it, though. You can't be going for roots. There's no point. He has a break for every single one. He needs to play around the sprint. I don't know if he used his medicine pouch, but he has to just get away from the rogue.
Pshero is so tanky, man. Like, even if he does get away for a bit, Pshero is just topped off.
He abolishes the blind. He abolishes blind there, but Pshero coming in with a kidney, knowing that it's about to break. There's the free action potion. He's running away. There's the root. Pshero actually has no breaks for it now. I guess we take that. He also has no sprints. Now, this is the point of the duel where I feel like the Druid can win, but I don't know if the Druid can do enough damage with mana. You saw the issue with mages. As a Druid, it's even harder. With all of these arcane absorptions, these restoration pods, there's a good gap closer. He got a re-fairy fire, so he doesn't get a re-stealth. That was really good by Alexia, playing really well here.
And just to clarify, this is the Druid build that you would probably run, Soda? Duel
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
This is what I would want to run.
Right, so it's like a war of attrition. You're trying to kite it out, Moonfire, Insect Swarm, and just outlast.
He bear forms the cheap, goes for the kidney. He's still in bear form. It's good. He's reducing all this damage. Pshero's just dumping stuff into him. But Luxio, there's another bash landing on Pshero. There's the dragon. There's the root. It resists, which is awful. Oh, we're about to get a UI update here. Massive copy paste coming in from the nods.
Copy paste.
Okay, so here we go. This Druid is as fuck. Like I said, Pshero's full mana. It's gonna be so hard to kill this guy. Even though he's got him in the spot, a Druid usually wins here. But with this, there's the helmet. Maybe he can innervate. Maybe he can drink. He needs full mana to kill this guy, and the rogue needs no cooldowns.
Seems very similar to the rogue versus mage. It's like it's the mana bar versus the health bar, and if you don't have enough mana to kill the rogue, no matter how well you're kiting, if you don't have the damage to kill him, he's just gonna keep running at you forever. And then the cooldowns will rotate back up. There'll be another sprint, another blind, another vanish.
Especially in this tournament too, with all the different consumes that they can use. I mean, we've seen how tanky the rogues are.
Okay, this Druid is playing Feral Charge. He's actually pretty deep into Feral. I would not have played that. I'd get deeper into Balance for better mana. And more damage. It's really good for survivability, but his mana is clearly going to start lacking here. He needs to re-fairy. He could get gouged into a vanish re-stealth or whatever. He needs to re-fairy. Get that back up. It's falling off.
It resisted once. Nice.
Yeah, these magic resist potions and whatnot just screw over Druids so hard.
Fap, free action potion. PS Hero sticking all over Luxia here. Magic Dust instantly Will of Forsaken from PS Hero. Kite's coming out from Luxia. Thorium Nade lands. Gap is closed once again for PS Hero. That's the Nature Swiftness, NS, I believe, to top Luxia back off. PS Hero is finally getting a little bit low, 50% life. Just Thorns and damage finally doing some work here. Luxia going to the full Gouge. Gouge breaks from the Ruptured Dot. Full kidney coming out. PS Hero connecting more and more damage. This is getting pretty close. Mana from Luxia looking good, but you have to be able to gain distance to... Oh, no, it's only 19%.
Big net.
Luxia's...
He has no outs.
Huge net.
Okay, Luxia needs to get some mana back. He cannot take out all of this HP, but that's a good fairy. He can just drink here. He also can just cast a root.
PS Hero's eating, too. I don't think Luxia has...
He got a tick, did he? Did he get a tick?
I don't know.
Doesn't look like it.
There's a feral charge. Luxia is completely doomed. He is opting to go in with bear form and kill him here. This is it. He's got no mana left. Maybe he has mana pots, but if he's going, his last bit of mana he used on bear. He's just sitting in bear. He bashed. He's mauling. He's trying to just auto melee attack this guy down. He has no fairy fire in feral, and fairy fire is gonna fall off here.
So it's gonna blind. Yeah.
Re-stealth, eat, drink, bandage, whatever he wants to do.
That was good awareness from PS Hero. Like, the Fairy Fire was falling, and that's when he sent the blind, so we can get off that Vanish. Hopefully, he can get the Vanish off after this kidney. See if it'll happen. Luxia is kind of all in, man. His mana's so low. He's going to have to get out of range to be able to top himself back off. PS Hero doing a great job with the Poison Kites. Not sure if we have those elixirs here stocked up for Luxia to get rid of that crippling.
You can't use it in bear form.
Okay.
It shifts you out, and it costs 500 to go back in. He cannot spend the mana.
True.
But he's also, his NS is probably going to come off cooldown. He has button suppressed. There we go. He drinks some mana potions. His health is regen. He cannot get hit out of bear form. If he does, he's dead. He gets the rejuve running. He's getting hit. He needs to either get distance or get in bear. He's back in bear form. There's the feral charge. There's the free action potion from PS Hero. He's going to try and run him down. He's got to travel for him. Keep distance. Just outrun him. He's got no movement. He's mana potting. He's got to get Moonfire up. Insect Swarm. He's got the dots rolling. He's got the rejuve running. Is that a Swift Mend?
Yeah, Swift Mend, yeah.
There it is.
What an interesting... He is deep feral, deep resto.
Hellstone from a Warlock. Nice.
I mean, that fairy is falling off again, though, and he can't do it while bear.
He should have done the Fairy Fire, yeah. But you kind of can't switch forms either. So, yeah, you're just kind of screwed there. He's stuck.
Yeah, Luxia is deep resto. He has Swift Mend.
Stomp.
There's a root.
Roots, Fairy Fire, back up.
No improved sprint. He's actually getting CC on this guy. Which, I mean, the duel lasts so long, I guess you will eventually. You gotta drink.
Go for a drink there. Yeah, I wonder what the timer is on Innervate, because, I mean, man, if Luxia can get some mana, he'll be able to finish him off, it seems like. There's another Insect Swarm at Resist, Moonfire. Man, Luxia is kiting it out.
If he gets Innervate and you drink at the same time, it basically gives you full mana instantly.
Right, yeah.
And that's what he really needs to try and go for here. He's trying to get some Bear 4 damage in, which...
This looks great. This looks great for Luxia.
Yeah, his dash lasted so
he has no mana for bear form. He's got no mana for bear form. He is going for the kill. He is staffing him.
He's in.
He's dropping whatever he has.
I think.
There's the Innervate. He's getting mana back. What happened? What? The duel was over.
It timed out.
Did it time out there?
You're kidding me!
No! Oh, Luxia fled from the duel. Luxia fled from the duel. He had him. PS Hero is dead right there.
Why would you flee? Why would you flee?
That is part of the tournament. You have to have the wherewithal of knowing, hey, that thing is popping up in the middle of your screen.
No, this Druid is good enough. He should have the awareness of what's going on. Why would you flee? Represent, motherfucker. Why would you flee?
Oh, no.
You had it.
Oh my gosh.
He played extremely well. This is an S tier Druid. He knows what's going on. He's honestly selling me on his spec too. Seems like a really good spec versus rogues. With that Swift Mend and that sustain. Basically, it's flag carry spec with a lot of intellect. I mean, what a disappointment.
If you're competing, if you're a participant, you have to be paying attention to where the duel starts, where you're kiting to. Something pops up on your screen. It's annoying. Sometimes things happen, and you get tunnel vision. But it's like it's all a part of the game. Like it's just something you have to do.
Oh man, just what a close duel, and the Innervate came out. The Druid looked like he was about to close it out, but yeah, I mean, if you go to the duel area, and it's not like a force spam fear. It's not gonna be like a reduel or anything like that. Maybe we can get clarification from admins, but I believe that is going to go to PS0. We're getting confirmation from admins, but it's we're discussing it.
Right now. So yeah, we'll hear from them in just a minute, and we will see what happens. So.
Oh no!
I love
Don't
that.
tell me we're doing. It better not be Druid versus Druid. Oh no! Oh god! All right, no, don't watch it. Don't watch it, please. Don't show this. Don't show this.
So you can explain better than me. This is going to be an auto attack battle, right? And whoever goes into form first is going to drain their mana and lose.
This duel. Everything. I don't know how with all the consumables things are different, but going in cat form is bad because you get hibernated, right? Casting any damage spells is bad because it's more mana efficient to just heal. So you also don't want to dot people because then you can't hibernate. So you don't want to do damage or dot them. You don't want to go cat form or anything because you get hibernated. You actually don't want to hit buttons.
Whoever hit pays better.
So it's two druids auto attacking each other out of form. Now maybe they're gonna do something else. It might play out different with all the consumes, but that's how it can play out in druid versus druid normally. Every button you press is a misplay.
Similar to mage v mage, like whoever pushes in too hard first usually ends up losing because then you're low on mana. The other guy resets, and now you're behind. Oh,
now I think Hotted is a friend of mine. I actually helped him gear, so I don't know if he went and got it all. It seems like he got all of the Phero heart that I told him to get. He's going for the hibernate, but Spo knows this. He shifts out. It costs him a bit of mana, but Hotted is behind already. That Feral Druid DPS coming in, and he's just getting absolutely melted by Spo.
What?
Melted him.
Well, that's the exact opposite of what we just talked about for the last 2 minutes.
Dude, hey, that's what's going to happen in this tournament, man. Sometimes we'll think something is like, oh, this is going to be completely AIDS. It's going to take 10 minutes to watch this duel, whatever. And then, that's just how it goes sometimes, man.
We didn't see a flash grenade from Hotted. We didn't see an NS, did we? I mean, he just didn't hit any buttons. Spo just played cat form, and they did not hit what they needed to.
We're currently in round 3. Okay, so we're chugging away at this tournament, man.
We got to watch Snutz. Get us in on Snutz. He's about to duel a warrior. Right, this warrior is a sweat. He's got serious gear. He's flat-setted. The duel just started. Here we go. It just started. It didn't get the charge. He's got the dots. He's keeping the distance. There's the intercept. He uses it. We got a Yeti coming out doing some damage as well. He's trying to get some dots, kill this thing, get it off the screen. He fears it. Big bolt coming in. Oh, he's checking all of his different buffs to know what he's dealing with.
This is an important duel. If Warlock can take out Warrior here, like we might have a more insight on what's going to do well in this tourney. This is really scary for Snutz. I know Snutz was preparing into Warriors, but he was scared. At this point, the Warrior is connected. Yep, there's wreck. It's just tough to get that warrior off you, and you have to survive this onslaught as the warlock. There's the mortal strike, the hamstring, the bleeds. How are you gonna get this guy off of you? Fear being cast. I don't know if there's a death coil still available. Arcane bomb, nice coil as the pseudo interrupt. Snutz so smart to hold the coil for an interrupt instead of just using it blanket. I really like that, but that arcane bomb is still available. Looks like the tidal charm is coming out to build some distance, and Snutz has to get some distance here. Looks like the arena grandmaster used as well. Snutz might try to swap trinkets. Full charge comes through. That's a lot of Snutz's defensives used, guys. I haven't seen Snutz this low yet. This is really scary. Another mortal strike and hamstring. The warrior is all over him. Snutz is in trouble here. How is he going to respond? That pet is trying to seduce, so Snutz doesn't want to use dots because the seduce needs to land. There it is. The seduce finally lands, and Snutz is going to get some distance and some breathing room. Snutz didn't want to start damage on the warrior yet because that seduce was so important. Snutz, though, starting dots now. He needs to stay max distance from the warrior so this intercept does not connect. This intercept connects. Oh, the succubus goes down, and there's going to be no more seduces. Fell doms a pet that he can sack for that big shield. Drain life happening. If I was Snutz, I'd be pretty scared right now, but that wreck is over, and DJ has used a lot of his cooldowns as well.
I mean, Snutz is going out here. He's trying to abuse all of the absorbs so this warrior gets 0 rage. He still has his pet sack. He's already used his AGM. He's already resummoned his pet when his succubus died. There's a magic dust on him. You can't berserker rage those, so he gets some CC. There's the first aid. MS falls off. Snutz is so good at keeping his health up and keeping track of what. Here comes an intercept, or does he outrange it?
Doesn't break. Wow.
Oh, that fear doesn't break. He's gonna outrange the intercept again. Keep the distance. Get the free. Oh,
there it is. Oh no, that's the helmet. Uh-oh.
Okay, he gets out.
Hamstring proc. DJ's getting low too, though. There's the drain lives. Phero being casted. No interrupt on it. Breaks instantly, though. This could go either way, but DJ's getting dangerously low. Not sure if there's anything in his back pocket here. Snutz must be feeling pretty happy. He has the sack pet too if he needs. Snutz, though, almost out of mana. Don't want to get executed, Snutz. We have the pet sack. There it is. He uses it. Mana pot as well to finish the job. Arcane. No! Oh, he gets Arcane bomb. DJ could finish it. DJ's getting slowly ticked down. We have the wand. There's the coil. Heals up Snutz just a little bit into the fear. Looks like fear might have resisted there. Into a wand. DJ connecting. There's the intercept charge. 3 seconds. Yeah, DJ might have nothing left here. Snutz might have done it. Man, Snutz, what a legend. Wow, making it look easy, and that is not an easy duel. Dude, not an easy duel, man.
Not at all, man. And I think, Chance, you mentioned it during the duel, is making sure you kept his shields up. Those of you guys who don't know, if you're a warrior and you attack into an absorb shield, you don't generate rage. So he was completely rage starved for almost that entire duel. Really, really, really impressive.
Hang on, that was a great duel, but we're getting into another one. We got Mez versus Payo. This is the hunter we were talking about. There's the flare. He goes with the frost reflector. He's gonna break that frost trap. He's got the sleep. He wants to kill this pet. I love this opener. It is so weird, but in this situation, so good.
Fred is almost dead. The chicken might finish him off with the men pet. Oh,
that
Fred
is so unlucky.
Payo's not happy about that one. Aim shot stopped from the Goblin Rocket charge. Payo connecting onto Fred once again, and Fred falls. Now it's a 1v1 here. This is Mez, by the way, guys. This is Mez, AWC champion. We have Payo, Classic, Andy going for the re-stealth off the sap. Battle Chicken still out. Be a cheap shot into a kitty to follow Shirley here. Let's see what happens. Oh! The flare comes out on the Harpy, and that's not what Payo was looking for.
No, he had such a good opener, but at this point, the pet's down. There's the Vanish. He's got to rush him down. Payo is on a timer with his cooldowns. He's got the melee DPS. The kidney doesn't land, so he goes for the blind. He doesn't want to let Mez get away. And because Mez's pet's down, Payo can re-stealth as much as he wants now. There's the sap. He can go ahead and eat, get some extra health, but he risks another heartbeat proc.
Expose armor, mechanical dragonling. Payo's playing this so patient. Yeah, but it breaks again, and there's the flare. Not the opener Payo wanted. Mez trying to get the distance. Another vanish and a sprint. Payo's connecting. There's a scatter feign death trap. But the mithril and the battle chicken just doing damage to Mez. Slowly ticking him down. It's not a ton of damage, but it's damage. Aim shot connects. Payo's sprinting in, though. Ooh, concussive shot proc. Payo instantly gets rid of it, though. Well played. Another CC here from Mez. He's gaining the distance once again. It's looking pretty good for Mez now. There's the flare into some more damage. Payo using the 6 demon bag to connect a little extra damage. Oh my god. There's the concussive shot.
Double concussive proc in a row.
I don't think Payo's going to be able to connect again. Oh, he does. There's the blind. Payo is going to be able to maybe get a potion, maybe a bandage tick or two, maybe a food tick or two. He's going to have to get that re-stealth in between the dot ticks, get the sap. Beautifully played. Now that bandage, after the sting fades, Payo's going to get the bandage back up to like half HP. Mez still no pet available. Oh, Sleep Dust. Instant Will of Forsaken, though. There's a scatter into a feign death trap, and Mez gets some more distance again.
Payo doesn't have any answers for these, and Mez knows it. He knows it. He's going for damage at this point. He does. Jesus, a magic dust. What is going on?
This is such a cool duel.
If this doesn't resist, he actually has a chance to rush him down here. No mana. I don't know if he'll be able to scatter. Nope.
Kenny?
Big Kenny into Trinket. They're so out of buttons. There's a root. Payo has no buttons, right? Like, surely at this point they're out.
Pretty much.
He gets another concussive stun. He doesn't get it this time, but he doesn't need it. Payo's just waddling. He's got nothing left. No cooldowns. No magic dust, no helmet, and it's done.
Oh, what a duel, though, man. That was a good watch.
That was great.
I think Payo played that pretty well. Mez just did what he was supposed to do. I love Payo's opener, killing the pet and having that 1v1. Payo pulled out a lot of stops, but Mez had an answer for each and every one.
Yeah. I mean, God, there was just cooldown, trade. So many trades. And it eventually, you know, by the end, you got nothing left. You're just waddling. Yeah, fast-paced duel.
And Payo's a great dueler, man. I mean, Mez is one of the...
All right.
Oh, this will be a great one. This will be a great one.
So they're both 1-1. Each of them have 1 win. Each of them have 1 loss. I mean, we'll see what kind of... We got to see what kind of tech they have here. I almost want to watch through like their actual perspective and not the other one. Perspective we've been getting. I feel like you can just see a lot more sometimes. I want to see their stealth tech. to try and get the opener over the other rogue.
This is an important duel, right? It's the top point earners, and this is a mirror matchup. So if you win this, you're up 2-1, and that's pretty good. And the other player's down 1-2. But if you lose, all of a sudden you're that person who only has 1 win and 2 losses, and all of a sudden you can get pushed out of the rogue bracket and not make it to tomorrow's finals. We have Bobka versus Shobek as well. If we can get back to the Ziqo game, would be great. But this is also a great duel.
I'm down for both, but
yeah, Bobka sapping Shobek, and that's not the opener you're looking for if you're Shobek, unfortunately. Looks like Bobka opens up with the cheap shot. Trinket immediately.
Nice.
Damage turning around, and there's the blind from Shobek.
Ooh, but the poison.
just flash powder everywhere.
Just spamming vanishes. You know, it's all about locking the other down, and whoever gets it, gets it. So Bobka running around with a poison on. He can't stealth. He's got to just sit it out.
He has the free action potion, so Shobek like wants to open with a stun but can't, right? So he's kind of waiting the FAP, going for the sap. The FAP will expire, and then he's going to open up with the cheap shot. Oh, wow, that was a sick play from Bobka.
Yep, spamming vanish.
Getting ready
for it. He got it off.
Oh,
I mean, this is such a huge advantage, man. If he gets the opener here, which he should be able to out of the blind, I don't know how many combo points he has saved up. I wish we had that on the UI, but I mean, this is.
Heartbeat, Brock?
But he was ready for it. Shobek
has to hit a button as soon as he gets stunned. He can't eat it. He's got to get out of this stun if he can, or at least get out of the next kidney. He can't. There's a vanish. Cheap.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I've got to say, that was well played to Bob. I'm a fan of both these guys, but that was well played. He was sapped, spamming vanish, gets the vanish off, and back to Zico's POV. Looks like Ziqo is just not letting the rogue close the gap. And this is just pro mage play. I don't have to be the one to say it. We all know it. Yeah. Ziqo is just playing like a professional.
He's just another day at the job. Man.
Yeah, keeping the range, never letting the rogue get close. The rogue, I'm sure, has no more vanishes, no more sprints. And even if he has a blind, Ziqo won't let him get close enough to use it. If there was a Goblin Rocket Helm, I'm sure it'd be used. There's the Furbolg's Medicine Pouch used from Hate All the Rogue. And Zico's just rank 1 Frostbolt and Wand. He doesn't even need to use anything else. That will be enough damage to kill, and it doesn't cost basically any mana. You keep the rogue in combat. If the rogue vanishes, you throw that rank 1 Blizzard to get him out of stealth. If you ever do get a Frostbite proc, you go for those full rank Frostbites that resist. I mean, we can see it firsthand how rough it is. But yeah, Ziqo playing that well. Hate All taking the loss.
Yeah, that duel was over as soon as the cooldowns are gone. That's the name of the game for Mage versus Rogue.
I mean, overall.
Let's go. What a treat. These are 2 of the top warriors, guys. Just for some context, 2 of the top warriors in the Mak'Gora tournament. You guys probably know these names. Both of them played in CDL in 2019. Both warriors incredibly experienced. Jaelaw, though, undead. Sonii, Tauren. That's one of the things we haven't talked about in depth. Both warriors dueling preemptively to get 100 rage. Although Sony's running out of rage, so is Jaelaw's. They've got to get that dual flag down or one of them is going to be upset. Both of them geared out the damn mind. Arena Grandmaster, Crusader. I mean, these guys have everything available. And the Warrior versus Warrior duel is just a fun one. It's just going to be non-stop, action-packed, and it's going to be great.
It's not going to be a long duel, that's for sure. Both of them got the immunity to disarm on their gloves. They're both walking up, ready to go. Getting the dual flag down, I think. I mean... What?
It's just a sacrifice.
He's just building more rage, maybe.
Is it not? Is it Saren versus Jaelaw?
No.
Saren's level 38.
They're generating rage.
Oh, Saren's not playing. Okay.
I think, I think they're just waiting, and he wants to stay 100 rage. So he's just, there's Sonii over there. He's coming in. War Chief Sonii.
Dude,
Arcanite Reaper with Crusader.
No, they got rid of the leeway for Taurens, didn't they? In hardcore, or maybe it was Season of Mastery. Did they? That's what I heard.
Don't think so. I could be wrong. I could definitely
somebody
be wrong.
told me that, and I was like, that's insane if they did. Can anybody confirm that?
I have no idea, but you see them both have their flask sets on, ready to heal a raid.
How funny.
I mean,
Sonii has a little less rage to point out. He has about 20 less rage. They both have full healing gear. If you guys don't know, they use an item, a trinket called Diamond Flask. The Diamond Flask scales based on how much healing you have. But Sony's full, or not, Sony's not quite full life after swapping gear sets. Jaelaw is. He prepared that pretty well. There's the early bandage coming out with the web here onto Jaelaw. Sony's just trying to get back to full.
An immediate lip came from Jaelaw too, and Sonii managed to just kind of get out of it. But here comes some big damage. Sonii already getting crit pretty hard, getting the Sunders rolling. opting to go in, and I think he's gonna shield wall.
Shield wall. Yep, shield wall instead of a retell.
Okay. It seemed like he canceled it as well. I don't know. Maybe he tried to shield wall the Mortal Strike and then immediately swap out. That's the level these guys are on. There's an intercept. It's really just clobber time. Get some damage going. There's the health.
Jaelaw's
stones.
full HP? No, that's the UI.
The display is bugged. They're pretty close.
Ignore the UI.
Jaelaw is slightly ahead.
There we go.
You're seeing Sonii go with a little bit more defensive strat. Even him using his first
Last
aid
stand?
early,
Last stand, okay.
huge.
The
He's in
execute range? Oh god, they're both so low. He's
it.
1 HP, and
Oh, there it is.
Oh my.
Wow, what a duel. What a duel. So what we saw there from Sonii that I thought was really impressive is he went in right off the bat, and when Jaelaw initiated on him, he tried to use his first aid early. Why? Because warriors have so many bleeds. They have so many bleeds and so many ways to stop you from first aiding. So him going and trying to get as many ticks as he can, he was really playing the long game there. Instead of like healing when he needed to, he healed whenever he had the opportunity to, and I think that was a really, really smart way to play it.
I don't know. Go ahead.
I was just going to ask, with shield wall, if you go sword and board, pop shield wall, and then go back to two-hander in circular battle stance, is the shield wall stay or does it get canceled? I should know this, but as a barbarian, I don't use shields.
I actually don't know either. I mean, here we are with a Hunter Shadow Priest. He's going for Serpent Sting. I guess he just doesn't want to even bother with Viper because it'll get cleansed, but I feel like that's your only win condition. I'm not sure what the plan here is. It stays. Well, that's pretty crazy. But also, Jaelaw came in with a lip, and Sonii rooted it instantly.
Yeah.
Which was, I don't know, it was crazy to me.
So dope. So in this duel, this is really close. The Shadow Priest, 40% mana, 40% health. Shadow proc stun double there. Double blackout, man. Really well played. Really lucky there, I guess I should say. But SJ still in the back foot, 12% mana. Viper Sting coming out. He has no mana, just used that major health potion because he kind of had to. But now he won't have that mana pot available. Might have T in his back pocket. But looks like the Hunter Lol is just kind of kiting it out. Has a little bit of mana to work with and letting the pet do the dirty work. Decides to feign death, max range, get a tick or two of food, tick or two of mana, while the pet keeps the priest combat. No drinks on the other side. It's hard to tell what life total Lol is at. Looks like he's at 19%. Wow, very close. Damage is still coming through. They're both wow, this is gonna be a race to the finish here. 13%, 9%. Wands are coming through. I think SJ might have just enough to finish. It could come down to RNG. 1%.
Who won?
SJ takes it. Shadow Priest won. Lol ended up dying. That was
Okay, so we've got Hozito versus Snutz, and I think the PS Hero Ziqo duel is gonna get delayed so we don't miss it, because it's gonna be a good one. So we're gonna watch Hozito versus Snutz, and then we'll get into it.
Dude, these could all be grand final matches. Like, this owns. I mean,
these are titans.
I think Warlock is slightly favored here. We've seen this matchup once today. Warlock convincingly won. Warlock has that drain mana. These guys, though, play together so much in Wrath and TBC, played up to rank 1 together. It's cool to see them playing against each other now. Dots are exchanged here. Full Fear coming out. Tidal Charm connects from Snutz onto Hozito. Nuts, though, not really going for the fear off of that, going for the max distance play.
We saw there it is. We saw the Glimmering Mithril insignia go off too, so he's actually immune to fear for a while.
Oh, great.
30 seconds of fear immunity. So Snutz is trying to just time that out, do what he can in the meantime. Once Hozito's fearable, that's when Snutz can really start to shine. There comes the blanket silence from Hozito. That timer's ticking down. There's a magic dust, dispel, a lot of buttons just going on, and there's just dots everywhere. Restoration pots going in, I think. They're not hurting each other.
I think it might be one of those situations where it's more of like a mana long duel, right? You want to slow play it. If you push too fast, like, it's not great. Hosey popping the Shadow Reflector, doesn't quite get too much value with it. Snutz knows to hold the damage there. There's the Death Coil into the Full Fear, and now Snutz gets some damage out. The mana's slightly in favor for Snutz, but man, this is close. This is a good one. Snutz going for the mana.
Go ahead.
Snutz going for those mana drains as much as possible. Hozito not really going for the mana burns, but there's that pushback from the pet, so it's not quite the same. That Warlock does have the advantage there. And the other big difference here is Snutz can life tap right? And I think he just did it right there. Life tap Furbolg Medicine Pouch, and he can life tap again and maybe even bandage. And now Snutz, 66% mana. He's a little bit lower on health, but it's not like there's any way to regen this. Snutz using that dead zone, like the max range pseudo line of sight perfectly, where he can just run really, really far and let the pet and the dots do the work and play this really patiently and really slow, building up his advantage over time.
I mean, it's a masterclass, dude. Watching Snutz play, he plays every matchup so incredibly well, man. It's so impressive.
I mean, he plays Warlock, and it's such a good class. And when you don't make mistakes, you don't leave a lot of windows open for other people to beat you. Your class is insane, and Snutz plays it so well. And Hozito is out of both of his trinkets. He doesn't have the fear immune anymore. Did someone get feared out of the duel?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Something happened.
Probably. I think Hosi got feared out, and it did not look like it was on purpose, so it'll probably be a reduel.
Yeah, you can tell a lot of times when people are doing some bullshit and trying to force people out of a duel or get them stuck there, and that certainly wasn't one of those times.
So this, now they have to reduel. Whose advantage does that come in? Because they've both spent cooldowns. Hozito doesn't have either of his trinkets. Shadow Reflector and Mithril Insignia down. Has Snutz spent anything big?
I would say Hozito's at a disadvantage. I mean, those are huge. Especially the Insignia. That's rough.
Snutz used Tidal Charm. And
they're going right back at it.
They're going, yeah, I mean, that's great. So Snutz used Tidal Charm, and if I was Snutz, I'd be a little frustrated just because Hosi was half mana. Snutz was full health, full mana. Like, the duel is going perfect for Snutz. Not saying he can't do it again, but yeah,
that was is fully purged. He doesn't have all of his trash buffs that he had before.
Oh,
so Hozito
right.
can purge a lot more. He might be able to just take away those shadow protection potions with ease. And here he comes. He's
unlucky.
Dispelling. You can see Dispel, Dispel, triple Dispel. And there's a Shadow Word Pain. He's got all his buffs. He's got dots rolling up. Corruption going in. Both of them dotting, trying to do damage. Another Dispel coming from Hozito, just spamming that one button. There's a mana pot early, making sure he gets the cooldown running right when he needs it. He knows mana is going to be the thing here.
I really like how Snutz is putting up underwater breathing, putting up these trash debuffs just to protect himself against the spam purge of Hosi. I think it's just really smart. You see him spamming. That's like what separates these top level players, is every second they're pressing a global. Whether it's just a rank 1 buff or whether it's a bandage, they're never just kind of sitting there, right? They're always using something.
And to your point, a lot of what you see is like whenever you're doing the low rank buffs, you're effectively doing like a reverse mana drain if they're spamming dispels.
Yep.
So it's like it's a different form of mana drain on them.
Dispel going over and over. I mean, another thing is Snutz is high enough tier, so is Hozito, to know that there's the rank 1 corruption bait. Hozito might be putting up rank 1 corruption to bait Hozito to dispel it.
Right, and
it's just not a fair mana trade. That's really what it comes down to. This is top level shit. There's an inner focus coming from Hozito. It's gonna try and get something big here. That fear is insane.
Did we see a GM trinket?
AGM from Snutz was used. It looks like AGM was used, and I mean, to be honest, I don't think that was much value from the AGM from Snutz. Snutz playing far, making Hosi work for it. Hosi is down to 38% mana with the mana pot already used. Snutz keeping himself high mana, but he is getting kind of low. Having said that, I think Snutz has a lot in his back pocket. That fear is going to get dangerously close to running out of range. Unfortunately, Snutz he might get feared out of range. He might get feared out of range there. That's pretty damn far. If he makes it back in, it's not like great in terms of the duel. Yep, looks like that was a fear out of range. Once again, it didn't look like that was malicious in any way. I would expect a reduel.
These are some sticky fears if I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Again, you can tell whenever it's malicious, and it's clearly not, right?
Right. I mean, they were dueling, they were positioning well. That fear just ran them straight in a line. I could tell. I was like, yep, that's gonna be a flea.
I mean, I wish we could have a duel range where it's infinite. Right? I wish we could do something like that where we don't have to, like, what do we do? How do we handle this? The best thing you can do, hey, duel again, no downtime, drink up, get full mana, go again.
And the problem, or it's not a problem, but like the unfortunate reality for Snutz is he's fully purged. He has no Tidal Charm, and he has no AGM. Like, Snutz used a lot in these last 2 duels.
He did.
Hosi, maybe not as much. Hosi's probably pretty happy about this. Snutz is probably not feeling super great that he's used so many big cooldowns.
Oh, look, they're going mirror on the trinkets. Both got reflectors up and ready. I mean, Hozito's still not gonna have the glimmering mithril insignia, but he did get the shadow reflector back, which he didn't have after that first duel. So let's see.
I'm sure all their 2 minutes are pretty much back. He's got will. Here we go. Immediately dotting everyone up. There's the dispels coming from Hozito. There's a fear. There's Will of the Forsaken. Already used. I mean, what to say? Dot and run on both end and fear. There's a fear from Hozito. He trinkets it. Gets a fear on Hozito. No Will of the Forsaken. He has to eat it. Drain mana coming at you. Just trying to take down that blue bar. That's where the money's at.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Goblin Rocket Helm. Looks like it breaks though. There's a dot. So small
dot.
Yeah, small blunder there, unless he just wanted it to close the gap. But now he has that green helm on forever. So Hosey's gonna have to drop combat to swap eventually. Maybe a double fear can make him do that. Drain mana coming out. This looks like Snutz' best duel so far, if I'm gonna be honest. Snutz has Hosey down to 50% mana already. A lot of damage coming through.
Hozito's gonna have to mana pot here early. He should send it right about now to get back up. I'm not seeing it. He might be out. I don't know. I'm opening his stream. I'm checking his bars.
I would be shocked, but yeah, I mean, you might be right. There's only so much inventory space, and he's down to 26% mana. Oh my gosh, Coil comes out. Snutz might just win here. The Arcane Bomb's going to be out of range, probably. Yeah, the Shadow Reflector. Snutz did miss that Arcane Bomb. That might have sealed the deal. Shadow Reflector.
That bomb is hard to hit, though, too.
Yep, yeah, definitely. Hosey, though, at 8%. Hosey's on the run. Snutz has this. I wonder what went so different. It felt like they both did similar things. Maybe Hosey was more behind on bigger cooldowns. You know, just didn't go to plan. Maybe he's slightly upset that it had to be 3 duels. But, I mean, this looks completely one-sided. Snutz is staying 100% max range. Snutz is not even letting Hosey come in for the fear. Not even letting him get close. And look at how much damage that is coming out from the pet. The Fell Hunter's going crazy. Shadow Form comes out. There's the mana pot. But what are you going to do? He's Furbolg's medicine pouch. He can go in. He's going to try to rush him down because that's all you can do. There's the silence. A couple more wands coming out. But no way, Hosey. This is an uphill battle here. You're at 30% life. You have the tuber, but you're room.
Now, I will say, Hozito does have the T and he's not using it. He's refusing to use it in this duel. He's going to take the L.
Oh,
I think he knows he qualified already. Pretty sure, right? I don't know what his win-loss is.
That's really smart. Like he's like, I'm not.
Feels like he's gonna qualify. Yeah, one or the other.
Yeah,
just take.
I mean, so just for more context, there's a T that gives you a ton of health and mana. Only have 3 uses of it ever. So if he uses 1 in this duel in the qualifiers against Snutz, and say he loses anyway, it's just like a waste of one of those 3 charges. Hosey has the foresight to be like, you know what? It's Snutz. Let me just take the L here, move on, and use the T tomorrow.
Yep. Looking at his bars, he didn't use it.
Wow, what a game we're about to watch. We have Ziqo versus PS Hero. This must be the round 4 match here. And this is going to be a good one. It's going to be like kind of like Ziqo versus SHOBEKS, or, you know, like this should be, expect like a really great duel. They're going to both move 10 yards from that duel flag. PS Hero will then go stealth. The duel will commence. Duel flag got canceled. Might be finishing a couple small details here on either end. And the rogue is trying to rush down the mage. The mage is trying to kite out the rogue and wait for the sprints, the vanishes, and the blinds to expire. It's a fast duel. Ziqo has to play fast. PS Hero has to play fast. If you play slow as that rogue, you're going to get just caught out. You're going to get kited out, and there's nothing you're going to be able to do. Duel flags down. Looks like the duel commences. Ziqo has the mana shield up, the ice barrier up, fully buffed, going for that rank 1 arcane explosion. And the rogue opener is not guaranteed in this rule set. It's a Mak'Gora. Anything goes. You can just kind of AoE, just like you would in the world if you were dueling someone. It's just like trying to get your opener.
See what happens.
I've seen these guys duel a whole lot. They practice on each other. These guys are, I mean, Ziqo and PS Hero play their class perfectly. They're one of the best of their class, period.
And again, the way this Swiss bracket works is you are going to have the guys with more wins play against other guys with more wins. Here we go. We got the opener.
There's a cheap shot on the sap. He's going for the re-stealth. The reason PS Hero is doing this is just to build combo points. Another sap into a Garou, into an Arcane Bomb. I love it. I love that opener. 5-second silence now. But then it broke first, and Ziqo gets the Nova before the Arcane Bomb silence. That's not what PS Hero wanted. Grenade into a sheep. It's the exact open here I would opt for here as well. Just getting that max range, drinking to full. I want to counterspell the rogue maybe right about now at 10 seconds so the rogue doesn't get that re-stealth. There it is. Counterspell into a re-sheep. And now you open with those frost bolts. Now, Pshero could go for the vanish. We want to be fast on the blizzard if that's what happens. Nice. We get the goblin rocket helmet for the charge to close the gap. Zico's in CC. Pshero switching his gear around. He's changing his helmets. Oh, he's putting poisons on. He doesn't have crippling potentially, or maybe just swapping.
No.
Goes for the sap, cheap shot, building combo points, going for the re-stealth. Zico's praying for a heartbeat break on that sap. Doesn't look like he's going to quite get it. There's the Garrote, very similar open into the rupture. I like Pshero's bleed style. Instead of going for the big eviscerates, he's opting for a longer game here. There's the tidal charm into the resheep. Once again, Ziqo trying to reset. There's the counter spell to stop the re-stealth into another resheep on the trinket.
Was that a resto pot that we saw? I think that was a resto pot. I might be wrong. Nope,
I'm not sure.
It's not a resto pot. Never mind.
Okay. Ziqo eating back up to full HP here, and there's some of Pshero's outs, but a big blunder there from Ziqo. The sheep was half. It did end, and Pshero got the re-stealth. Not exactly what Ziqo wants, but Zico's not in a bad position because Pshero's already used some cooldowns, and Ziqo has both ice blocks, plenty of cooldowns to work with, plenty of health and mana, so Zico's in a great spot here.
Pshero also has both blinds, correct?
Yeah, so nothing has really happened too much.
There's
one. Block
There's
immediately.
One block.
Well played from Ziqo. There's the kidney shot. Blink to answer. Thorium grenade, probably into a polymorph. Beautiful vanish on the grenade there from Pshero. Nova misses. Also well played. Good evasive maneuvers here from the rogue. Cheap shot coming out. Pshero unfortunately gets frostbite procs. It's one of the big things we want to look out for. Big eviscerate connecting onto Ziqo. Poly being casted. No interrupt though. Pshero might have been able to kick that. I'm not too sure. First aid coming out to reply here from Ziqo. And he's just trying to heal back all the life the rogue did. Counterspell probably to follow. There it is. We don't want that sheep breaking into the resheep. Once again, Ziqo going back to max range. Might want to... Oh, for bug medicine pouch. Well played. Probably swapping gear around as we speak. Pshero might get a heartbreak here. We got a resheep. Does come out. Nicely done here from Ziqo. Zico's 40% mana. I'm sure he has the mana gem. Wouldn't be too worried. He has the Evo as well. It's going to be okay. There's the Frost Reflector. Well played from Pshero. He's closing the gap here. Walking slowly. Zico's playing it patient. Pshero has another vanish, another blind, I believe. Still has a lot of consumables, maybe some gear as well. There's the second blind, insta block. Well played from Ziqo. Ziqo blinks. There's the sprint. He's not playing improved sprint, I don't think. So Pshero might be more spec to beat Warlocks. Maybe a rogue expert can correct me, but I think there is no improved sprint there. Evocation, the counter spell in case the heartbeat comes out. Sheep maybe into a resheep, decides not to. Goes for the frostbolt instead, into the resheep, gets that slow, first aid. Zico's successfully reset against Pshero.
Yeah, at this point, Pshero has no cooldowns left. It really is a waddle game. They're gonna have... There's the vanish, but no blinds, and he gets him out.
Nice.
Oh,
Blizzard.
Ooh, on his goblin rocket boots, too. Oh, that's his last sprint. He's got no movement now. I mean, he's just sending the damage. At this point, it really is a waddle game. Hopefully, Pshero can tank with all of those magic-resistant consumes until some cooldowns come back, but it's a waddle fight. Ziqo is PvEing.
Is that a
big frostbite?
Explosion?
Big crits coming in. Probably chunked out a lot of that frost potion. There's a first aid. Really getting all the health he can out of it.
Shoot gun. He's just shooting him.
Well, I think what he's trying to do by running away, I think he's trying to get Ziqo to come at him with a blink or something to where he can't blink out of a stun. That's
he's using the skeleton offhand, that epic book of the skelly to kind of get some more damage in. I kind of like that.
Yep, he's got no vanishes left, so now this is the time to use it.
Mostly striking into the evasion on the pet to reduce damage from the pet was smart.
Big crits. There's the damage. He's starting to wither his health down now. It's poor Pshero. He knows Zico's not going to blunder this. Not at this point. There's a helmet.
It's from Ziqo. Yeah, so
he is cementing his win. It's totally unnecessary, but it's only 1-8. He's over it.
He knows. They're friends. It's out of respect. It was over, right? Well played to Ziqo. Yeah. That was perfect. I mean, that's a rogue versus mage like masterclass from these two. Like they're both playing skill capped. The one thing I must say, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, please. I don't think Pshero is playing improved sprint. That is a massive deal to beat a mage.
Yeah, it didn't look like
so we got confirmation there was no improved sprint. Now so you might be like, well, why do you have improved? Why not? Well, you have the choice between Cold Blood and improved sprint, and Cold Blood's going to be better into a lot of the other matchups. It's going to be worse into mage. So Pshero was like, you know what? I'll take the losses versus mage, but I'm going to have a better matchup into warlock, into priest, maybe into warrior, maybe into shaman, maybe into hunter, like everything else, or maybe not hunter. And then you don't have the improved sprint versus the mage. So I do want to put that out there as well. We're just getting word that both of these players are 3-0, and part of the cool thing about that Swiss bracket is that it's going to match players that are both doing really well into each other. So we're in the 4th round right now, and it's going to force players that are 3-0 to fight into each other. So we're going to get really high quality matches as the day goes on. Dakota has not lost. Spicy has not lost. Shadow Priest versus Rogue. We've seen Rogue's been fairly dominant in this specific matchup, but we have seen it go both ways.
So I'm getting word this Priest beat Perplexity. Perplexity being one of the better rogues of Classic. So he knows how to play this matchup. He knows his win condition.
He has the tech. Let's see it.
Yeah, this is gonna be really exciting to see. I mean, unfortunately, we can't see every duel because there's so many duels happening at the same time, and we got neighbors over there fighting up at the top of the screen. You can see them. But we're gonna try and get to as many duels as we can, and I think our staff has done an unbelievable job of that so far. I mean, production has been killing it today.
Okay, here comes Spicy, just going in, straight up doing damage. He's not even gonna go for any type of, you know, combo point farming during sap. He's just zugging in. He's got exposed armor up. There's a blackout proc though into a mind blast mid-fight. Spicy absorbs all of it. I don't know if our UI hasn't updated or if these shadow protection potions are insane.
They're fat.
No one has lost any HP yet. The dots are running. He shouldn't have Will of Forsaken. A Fear is going to come up pretty soon here. There's a kidney. Does he have an out? He does. Into a helmet. Big CC, big dispels. Getting a really big reset. That's huge in Dakota's favor.
Thistle right before that too, so he wasted a Thistle. Didn't matter.
Spicy is zugging everything, using every cooldown, and Dakota is still full HP. He's 20% mana though. That's a tough one. He gets a re-stealth. That's a big misplay by Dakota.
That was great foresight from Dakota to not dot the Rogue for that helmet, to let that dot expire, get the helmet off, and then go for the reset. Like, really, really well played. The sap does come out. Spicy does have to open up after 60 seconds, so it'll be maybe a sap or two. And like Chance said, 20% man on the Priest is kind of like my big concern here. Will of Forsaken on the Fear instantly. Spicy gets netted, vanishes it instantly. Both players playing very well. Spicy trying to bridge the gap here. Dakota must be trying to figure out a plan to regen some of that mana. Full kidney shot comes out. No break, it looks like. Spicy's going to be able to connect some real damage here. A lot of damage connecting there. Brav's trinket as well. Dakota's in a Whirl of Hurt. There's an Arcane Bomb and it lands. It's 5-second silence. Dakota's completely tapped. It's got to be a mana pot, but you're so low on health as well. How are you going to reply, Dakota? Doesn't look good. 20% live.
He's wanding.
Oh no, Spicy looking like an absolute pro. And Spicy might be the first player to go 4-0.
Is that our first 4-0?
Maybe Ziqo is.
That duel was so close.
That might be our first 4-0. Yeah, it snowballed out of control at the end, but a lot of times the duels don't look as close as they actually are.
No, that duel was like 1 second away from Dakota winning. He almost had Fear, and that Rogue had no breaks.
Sonii versus Zero.
Ooh.
Hunter versus Warrior. I think Sonii is another undefeated-er. This must be his 4th game here. Dual flag goes down. Diamond flash set on.
Bruce said he would beat Warriors in a duel. He said Warrior he's confident in. He could beat. He doesn't even care if the Warrior has free action potion. He thinks Freezing Trap is the counter and he can win. So...
seems like a lot of Hunters feel really confident in the Warriors. Diamond Flask set on. It looks like he's going to go with the Diamond Flask, swap the gear for that heal. Sonii doesn't have the full rage. There it is. It's about to start. Charges back and forth right into the trap. So Zero actually kind of wastes the helmet because he got trapped anyway. But I think better safe than sorry on the opener. Because once Zero gets far, it's going to be tough for Sonii to actually do anything here. And I'm feeling the same way. It seems like pretty Hunter favored matchup, but maybe Sonii can do something. There's a lot of tinkers that the Warrior can mess around with to actually.
I love this. Sonii is not using intercept, so if Zero does get away now, Sonii can get right back. He still has his intercept off cooldown. Zero is screwed. Sonii is on him, and Sonii has a gap closer. Okay, he's got the slow. There's the intercept that he saved it. There's the damage coming in. Zugging the hell out of him. I don't see a free action potion. Maybe there it is. But he's got out. He's going to try and get distance. Sonii is full HP.
Where's the scatter? Okay, there's the sleep. I won't be able to break that. I think Zero, I don't know if there was a blunder there. I thought maybe he misclicked something. I thought a scatter was coming, but it never did. First aid back to full. Zero just wants to slow it down. A long game. Epic Mount. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Epic Mount coming in. You won't be able to stop this charge. It's massive. You need it as a Warrior for a lot of these duels. It is a PvP item, the Epic Mount.
Yeah. I love it. I
So
love it. So
he
he's
want-
stalling out for cooldowns here because he knows he's full mana anyway.
Oh, he doesn't get the charge.
No charge.
Through the
He might
net.
intercept here. He might want to not use intercept.
Oh no, he might hit that
He's gonna-
trap.
Oh, he charges through it, but he gets netted. Oh no,
No,
that was a
net.
net. The net gave him a charge.
Dude, huge
Oh, no
net.
way.
I think he still has
that's so
intercept.
good.
I think he does. Oh no, that
Oh,
was
no, it's another net.
Oh no, yeah. So if it backfires,
must have
I think it's like
been.
18 seconds or something. Yeah, that wasn't
Okay.
a backfire.
That was Zero's net, but he also intercepted. But he is on him. Zero has nowhere to go. He's got to get Sonii off. He's doing so much damage, clobbering him. I don't know if he has any answers anymore. Zero is disarmed.
Disarmed.
Scatter needs to get a freezing trap. He's not
He
going
didn't drop
for
the
it.
trap, did he?
He never
Sonii
dropped
gets
it.
the charge.
That's it.
That
3
might
seconds
be
stun
it.
on the
Sonii with the
intercept.
full Zug. Let's go.
Execute the follow. I mean, that's it. There was no trap there.
Execute. Wing clip. Improved wing clip. Freezing trap right there. Sonii may not see it. He may not see it. He's shooting.
Shoot him. He's gonna
He
shoot him
sees
down.
it.
Get
He
him,
sees it.
Sonii.
How does he have another net? Hunter versus Hunter.
Shoot him down. Shoot him down.
Scatter.
No, he's so close, dude. This is so hard.
If that freezing trap.
He's not gonna.
it's
Oh,
over.
that's it.
Oh,
That's it.
What?
Good night. Good night.
Guys, what a duel. That was amazing, dude. Oh, I love it, dude. The awareness, seeing the trap, pulling out the crossbow. Beautiful, dude. That was amazing.
You want
Oh,
to shoot off? I'll give it to you, baby. Yeah.
That was beautiful. Great job by Sonii. Let's
Well played.
go. I love it.
I think there might have been a freezing trap resist in that game.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
Those
sticky
sticky glue.
glues.
Okay, good
There
stuff,
it is.
man.
Yeah, the Horde only quest. How many uses of sticky? You get 10, right?
I believe 10. Yeah.
Oh, that's all you need for the whole tournament, honestly. And he just
Dude.
whipped it out. Zero hesitation.
That the opener though, like you were talking about, I like how Snutz actually moved the pet away, because normally you could sap the Warlock and kill the pet, is what
Yep.
some rogues do, or you can sap the Warlock and then gouge the pet, build combos, and open on the lock. But with the pet, Snutz moved it, if you guys saw, like 15, 20, 30 yards out. So the pet was late to the fight, but it was really smart from Snutz. He's thought every detail out, and I'd love to see it.
Yeah, I mean, Snutz is I mean, he's one of the best players ever. I mean, start to finish, top to bottom, retail, classic, whatever it is, and it's really, really fun to watch how he plays every single one of these matchups.
Can we get a win-loss ratio on Djbawsz and I think Vex is who we're watching? No, Big Sad. Where are these
Big
guys
Sad.
at that we're checking out? We got nothing. We have no idea. So I'm not sure if these guys have good win-loss, but we're jumping right into it. There's the intercept, immediate trinket, recklessness procced, but Big Sad is gone. Djbawsz is taking bonus damage and dealing no damage. There's the net. There's a chain lightning. He absorbs most of it with probably nature protection potions, and he tubers. He's got to get in on the shaman. He's got to do some damage, but at this point, so far behind. The shaman could AFK and just hit Frost Shock. It's over.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, he just front loaded so much damage onto him whenever he got the separation, whenever he got that net out. Unfortunate, but he just he couldn't retaliate after that. So
I thought that was a Goblin Sapphire. That's why I freaked out. I'm like, bro, he's gonna die. It's just a Fire Nova. Looks the same. That freaked me out.
Yep. I mean, yeah, it's a pretty Zugfest Ellie versus Warrior. It's just who does the most damage faster, and I think the Shaman played that. Oh, he jump trinketed the intercept charge. I mean, every frame counted, and he got the advantage. And then he netted the Warrior too. It's well played.
You know what matchup I'm excited for? Snutz versus Sonii. Because, Warlock is so good, but Sonii being like a top tier warrior, and Warrior's doing pretty well in the Warlocks with all these consumes, Sonii might be able to take Snutz out. And if Sonii takes Snutz out, then if Zico's still in, like Ziqo could take, I'm thinking super far ahead here, but like it just depends on how these brackets look tomorrow. Because I think, I don't know, I think Warrior versus Lock might be a tough one at a high end.
So there's a lot, and this is no secret. Can't shy away from the truth. There's a lot of bracket RNG.
Yeah, I mean, in any tournament, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it just depends. Because what if Sonii gets Ziqo, Mage versus Warrior? Even with all this stuff, I think Mage comes out on top. I think maybe not.
I'm just thinking if Sonii takes out Snutz, and then Zico's against Sonii, Ziqo will take out Sonii. Like, I'm just thinking of how all these different things would play out. But if Snutz faces Ziqo, I don't know. Anyway, thinking way too far ahead. But there's a lot of fun matchups that we get to watch. I can't wait to see how it uncrumbles.
Next,
Sonii
we gotta...
in round 5. He's 4-0, right? So, and this is versus Rogue. So this is a pretty good matchup for Sonii if he's stacked with elixirs. They're both 4-0. Yep. This
is it. Okay, we get a Warrior Rogue duel here. 2 top players. We get to see how it plays out. I love these 4-0 duels. These guys know what the hell's going on. These guys are geared up. They're not idiots. This is how it should be played. If you allow everything, this is the result most of the time. Obviously, good players still make mistakes, but these are your better players for sure.
It's just tough. Rogue versus Warrior with those elixirs. It's like the Rogue, normally you want a dead zone and kite the Warrior out so he doesn't get the charge, so you can kind of get those resells, reopen, kite, resell. Like, that's the meta. But with the elixirs, you can't do that. So you fight the Warrior toe-to-toe, and the Warrior's going to smoke you. Like, you know, there's no way. With the overpowers, the plate armor, the tankiness, it's just going to be tough. So I wonder what Spicy's going to pull out to get the win here.
Is that an Axe of the Deep Woods?
Looks like it to me.
Talk about some min max. We love it. Dude, shield Sonii. Is that? Is that Draconic Defender? Yeah, it is.
Dude, that's one of the things I like about Sonii is like just maximum try hard. It's like it's fun to watch, you know? I love it.
I think all of these guys at this tier, there's really not much they could do to their gear.
Yeah.
There's really not.
What's the item you just used? The alarm bot.
I mean, it's a 100K tournament. Like, what do you expect, right? Like,
But
it's just great because, you know,
immediate breakout of the kidney, immediate evasion. Sony's trying to get distance, big intercept. He wants to get some hits in through the evasion. No crits, no bleeds. Maybe some overpower procs. There's one. There's the bleed or the blind. Sony's gonna eat this. He's just gonna AFK. Was that a whistle from Scarlet Monastery?
It might have been, but that might have kept him combat. Nope, he's gonna get the resell sap. Unfortunate for Sonii. The Rogue will be able to first aid back to full, but I don't think Sony's in a bad spot at all here. I think it's looking pretty good. Cheap shot comes out, hemo damage to land. Full kidney shot. This is the Rogue's time to shine. After this, it's going to be a world of hurt. There's the double poison. Rogue sprinting out, and Sonii charge helmets to him to prevent the Rogue from escaping. But Sonyi's getting pretty low. He's 50.
Colors.
He's going to kill them. He's going to get some first aid going. He doesn't want him to re-stealth, though. Wait a second. He's putting on his healing. He's putting on his healing set.
Oh, that's 5 head. Oh, that's so smart. He's going to heal back up.
Phase 2. Phase 2, Sonii.
That was really worth it.
Damn.
And also because
Big
it normally has less health, that health fills back up and he's already low health, so it doesn't really make a difference on your max health. It's great.
Yep. Yeah.
So great call.
I mean, big Warstomp giving him that fat MS going right through evasion. Spicy does not have evasion anymore. It is gone. It is Sony's time to clobber. It's play
second
time
blind,
after
though.
this blind. This Rogue has nothing left.
Kind of sucks that the Mortal Strike ate a lot of the healing from that first aid. Like, that was well played from Sonii. That Mortal Strike kept him out. And he doesn't get the sap. The AoE breaks Spicy, and that's probably about it. There's the fear. Sony's going to be able to get the intercept. It's going to be a 3-second stun with no break. The execute's going to follow. Not quite yet. Kidney shot misses, and that's it. Sonii 5-0? Is that 5-0 for Sonii?
That's 5-0 for Sonii.
Let's go. The fist bumps are coming out.
Good well done. Shit, Sonii.
So that's 5-0 for Ziqo. 5-0 for Snutz. 5-0 for Sonii. I mean, some of these household names are showing you live why they're household names.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen. This is Sony's time to shine, dude. He's gotten screwed in a lot of tournaments, man, because it's like all these rules are put in place, and Sonii can't send it. But now he's got his chance. Play the whole game, dude.
I don't know if you guys saw.
WoW.
He has 8,000 HP. So
he's a literal raid boss.
Like, I don't know if y'all saw how much HP. Like, what do you do? How do you hurt that?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ!
Man.
But well played. Very well played. 0 mistakes. The flask set swapping was pretty cool. That he had that, you know, bound ready to do it. Had the intuition. And
it's risky too, right? Like, if for whatever reason you switch flask set and the Rogue opens on you,
if he gets your ass in combat, it's over.
You're screwed. It's like high risk, and that was a high risk play that paid off. In the end, do you think he even needed it?
No.
No, probably not. But it was still cool.
But it was cool. Yeah, it was cool.
It was
and it was
still
smart.
really
Like,
cool.
Yeah, you have the opportunity, just send it. Don't leave no doubt. Don't give him
Yeah.
a chance. You never want to give him a chance.
Oh, man. All right, next matchup here, we have Bobka versus LT. Bobka opening up a Skull of Impending Doom. It looks like it will break the trap. Really well played there from Bobka. Great foresight. And these guys are both 3-1, so pretty high-profile duel, especially for Bobka. With so many rogues, he needs his 4th win to guarantee himself a spot in the finals. Kidney shot into the couch here on the LT. Bobka is getting the opener of his life. Cold Blood Eviscerate coming into the blind. Bobka's leaving no room for mistakes here. Gonna get pop the evasion. Make sure he doesn't take any extra damage, excess damage from the pet. Vanish out into the cheap shot. That's all of Bobka's cooldown. I think there's a second blind, and there it is. Every single cooldown from Bobka back to back to back to back to back. Bobka doesn't win here, though. He's gonna have nothing left.
Beastal Wrath, this is it.
Full send.
He's got to kill him here.
Yeah, he already used his evasion.
There's a tuber, poison cleanse, the absorption belt from engineering.
No,
he's
charm
trying to
prevention.
live. He's got to kill him here. He's got nothing. Grenade doesn't do anything.
And he does it.
Nice. That's
Bobka.
4-1 for Bobka.
Going 4-1, and that would pretty much secure him in the finals.
It should. It should. We haven't. There's so many rogues, and we haven't seen the bracket. We think 4-1 is clear, but we'll see.
Oh,
These guys are both 3-1 once again. We're getting a lot of 3-1ers. This is Cdew versus Jaelaw, one of the top warriors versus one of the top shamans. Stadman is playing Enhancement, and Jaelaw is playing that Arms Warrior spec with Mortal Strike. This is going to be a good one. This is kind of like a warrior v warrior in a way. There's a lot of RNG involved too, though.
Bad.
Looks like Stadman is equipped with a shield in case he does want to put that on, be a little tankier instead of that two-hander. Opt for a bit more DPS. This should be a fun duel to watch, though.
Yeah, I remember dueling Cdew in like the CDL tournaments, and it was just like he's got such weird gearing for enhancement, but it works. Like he had like a reflect build for rogues where he just did reflect damage with Skull Flame Shield and like Trinket, and it worked. Like it actually worked. He killed rogues with that. Crazy MP5 sets. I don't know who wins in an enhancement versus warrior.
I don't either. I mean, seeing how good warriors have been performing today, and just how much, I would almost say warrior. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know, but
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, you have a lot of like physical damage reduction and just ways to mitigate physical damage, right? You have to rely on Wind Fury procs as an enhancement shaman, and each time you swing, it's not guaranteed, right? So it's like another chance to miss, another chance to dodge, parry.
Can Cdew CC Jaelaw? If he can, okay, he doesn't get the charge off. He wants to get CC on Jaelaw. Jaelaw's going to free action potion, and if Cdew can CC it, he can kite him. And, you know, play the fact that he's a caster to his advantage. But if it's just a melee on melee, Warrior's going to win.
that's how I feel. Exactly.
I think so too. Look at this, killing the totems, getting more rage for the open, not going for the charge.
Okay, there's the helmet.
Huh.
He's just trying to get full rage.
Seems like you would save that for like a reset, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
The
surprised
Shaman got away.
too, but
Okay, here we go. There's
Nice
the rocket
kites.
boots. He wants distance. I think he's got his
Saving
free
it
action
for-
potion running.
Saving it for now would have been great, right?
Yeah.
especially with an orc stun resist, and that's probably what happened on that intercept right there.
Yep. You're right. You're right.
I mean, look
A
at
lot
the globals that Cdew is pressing. It's just like purge every other button. I think he might have cleaned Jaelaw.
But Cdew's 40% mana. I mean, obviously there's mana pots and there's teas and there's things to use, but he's 40% mana. So like, it's not like he can do this forever.
Yeah.
There's
He's in it
recklessness.
now.
Here comes the damage from
he's sending
Jaelaw.
it.
He is going for it. There's an intercept, big stun, trying to get some crits. Big Mortal Strike coming in, hopefully. There it is. Reapply. Jaelaw's low. Everyone's low. It's coming down to the wire. No intercept stuns.
Mortal Strike 2, if Cdew tries to health pot, it's going to be
Execute.
way worse. It's going to be execute range. Cdew's going to fall here. It's got to
There
be.
it is.
Wow.
There it is. Great play by Jaelaw, man. I mean, I was a little bit surprised he did the rocket helm whenever he did.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously it worked out for him. I think he did a great job slow playing the start. As far as like killing the totems, making sure you go in with as much rage as possible. I thought he was going to go for a charge, but no. He killed the totems instead, and I think it actually net him more rage. And I mean, it worked out. We saw it right there. So, damn,
It all came down to
really good duel.
recklessness. What do we have left? I'm sure we've got a couple more duels here. Oh, Hydra. We've only seen one duel from him, right? Versus a rogue. Who was it? They dueled a rogue. I don't remember who it was.
It's going to be a Shaman now. Is that right?
Yeah, Cheerios is a really good Warlock.
Warlock.
Both players here are 3-1, so they're fighting for that qualifying spot. We have Hydra and Cheerios. I don't think either player really needs an introduction.
Okay, we can't seem to get the UI to work here. We're struggling.
SFMG. Ah, there we go.
There
2
it
S's.
is.
And we've seen Warlocks do pretty well in the Shadow Priest overall. We've seen Warlock mainly win, but I must say Hydra doing a great job here. Cheerios down to 30% life, has a ton of mana to work with. We have the Furbog's medicine pouch there for the heals, the Hellstone for the heals into the life taps, and now Hydra might be a bit scared that Fellhunter is getting pretty low.
I know Cheerios likes to play Destro a lot. I know he played it in Classic. I don't know what spec he is now. There's a health pot coming in. Shadow Absorb. There's the Fears trying to get Hydra off. I'm not sure. I think he's SL.
Yeah.
Was that a Distilled Wisdom? That was a flask of Distilled Wisdom from Hydra there.
You get a little bit of a mana, like a bonus mana pot. Now, keep in mind, you only have 3 flasks per day that you're allowed to use. So he's like, hey, let's send it here at the end.
So Hydra's using he's using immolation oil to damage the pet while running back to Cheerios.
I love it.
Insane min-max. I'm surprised he has the bag space for it.
Hydra's making this look easy, and it's not an easy matchup. It's not easy at all. Like, I'm really impressed. Thorium Grenade on the Fear cast.
Big.
Fear might have resisted anyway. Thorium Grenade lands. Oh, it must have been a Fear out of range?
It had to have been. I'm not sure what the ruling is.
Cheerios fled the duel here from Hydra. Did not look malicious, so it'll probably be a reduel. Now, unfortunate there for Hydra. Unfortunate there for Hydra. Yeah, unfortunate for Hydra. That duel looked like it was pretty much wrapped up. Yeah, we'll see what the admins say. We're gonna get word in just a second, but it looks like Cheerios fled and it wasn't malicious. Then there's a very well it'll just be a reduel. Unfortunate for Hydra, but we'll see what they say. And, admins did get back to us, and Hydra did end up winning that duel. That's the rule that they're moving forward with there. And congrats to Hydra. And Cheerio did reply saying, GG, I was going to lose anyway. So Cheerio's not upset about it. So congrats to both of them. I think they might have enough points to move forward.
Ooh, Payo's in there.
Here we go.
It's Payo versus a Warlock.
Warlock. Here we go.
Look at
Payo
this.
Versus crazy.
This Warlock is playing Demonology. Look at this guy. 50,000 pets coming at you. What is that? A chicken? The dragon? Voidwalker itself? A Yeti? I mean, Jesus Christ, it's a zoo. I mean, I don't even know how you approach something like this with, like, the cat's eye elixir as well. You can't see anything. What the hell? Okay, there's the sap. Let's see what he decides to do. He's going to start trying to... He's going to go for the good old classic Voidwalker kill opener with his own pets. Evasion.
That's why Snutz moved his... He got to the sack. That was really well played, but that's why Snutz moved his pet away when Snutz was against the rogue. So you can't get the sap kill opener.
Dude.
Oh, I didn't think Payo was going to get the sap because the pets were keeping him in combat, but he did.
Yeah.
They're chasing him around.
And Payo might just kind of wait in stealth for the shield. The shield is 30 seconds, and Payo has the 60-second rule to his advantage. So if I was Payo, I would just sit in stealth.
Absolutely. How long do these pets last? Jesus. Oh, there's a free action or a lip. Breaking that cheap shot, getting that early damage in. The dots rolling onto Payo. He resummons the Voidwalker. There's the medicine pouch. Crazy. Trying to get... There's oil of immolation as well. He's doing as much dot damage as he can.
Did he rocket helmet? It broke?
I don't know. I have no idea. I guess a pet might have hit it. There we go. He sacks the pet. Payo's got so much damage. Crazy's almost dead already. Last pet sack used. There's the blind. Payo's going to be able to just kill all these little minions. Maybe not in time, though, because that blind...
Rebind! Oh, I love that. I love it. Well played.
Aggro.
Because also the Voidwalker shield is the sacrifice will expire. It was just really smart. Now he gets to sap, wait out the shield, kill all the pets. That was a really, like, Payo thought on his feet for that one. That was well played. We have a cheap shot into a re-kidney, and that's probably going to spell it out. That's I mean, yeah, that's it. Really beautifully played from Payo.
I love that. Great duel by Payo. Looking like a Pokemon trainer out there. Got 80 pets, a full party following him around. That's good stuff, man. Great job by Payo.
I mean,
what a duel.
Blind not sharing DR with each other. Crazy.
Classic WoW things. That's how it goes.
I hate rogues. I don't like it.
That's vanilla. That's vanilla.
We've got one more duel left. We're getting it brought up. Not sure who it's going to be.
Well, Soda Poppin', you mentioned Mak'Gora, and that's really why we're all here, all right? These duels have been fun to watch. These qualifiers have been fantastic, but we came here to see duels to the death. And the final duel of today is going to be a rogue mirror match between Shobek and Rascal, but they have both engaged in a gentleman's agreement where they've decided that it will be a Mak'Gora duel to the death.
Here we go. Here we go.
The winner makes it as the 8th seed in the finals tomorrow. The loser loses everything.
How cool!
Here's the juice.
Yes!
Here's the juice. This is it, dude. Final duel of the day. Mak'Gora. This is it. This is a qualifier. Whoever wins moves on. Whoever loses, their entire existence is meaningless. So they might as well be dead. So they're doing a Mak'Gora as they walk out into the battlefield. Look at that. Look at that.
That's
Huge.
Rad. Massive shout out to both of these players to agree to something like that. That's just cool sportsmanship. That's just exciting. I can't wait. One of these players will be dead shortly.
All right. Yeah, Rasco's definitely the underdog here. Shobek coming in with full bis. Duel starting, running in. Oil of Immolation drank. He's trying to proc him out of stealth with it.
With
That's
the sprint
pretty good tech.
too. That was smart.
Yeah.
I can't believe he didn't get him. There it goes. Shobek gets the opener onto Roscoe. There's the big cheap shot. Probably the gouge into the kitty to follow.
He bowed.
He's role-playing. Oh my gosh, he's role-playing, and it broke, so he doesn't get the kidney quite yet. That's a little unfortunate. Now they're both in stealth. Both
My
rogues
man's trying
have
to
been
make a TikTok.
both rogues have been instructed to move towards the dual flag when they're in stealth. So the rogues are trying to make their way there, and Shobek gets opener number 2 with the cold blood, with the RP walk. It's gonna be a slash bow.
My man RPs when he wants to.
Oh, the cheap shot into the kidney. It's gonna be all over. So much damage connecting, and lights out for Roscoe. Well, not yet.
Another bow.
There it is, Roscoe. Good sport. Good sportsmanship here. Incredible job by Shobek. Unbelievable finish to the
I love this guy.
qualifying round of the OTK Starforge Mak'Gora tournament. Unbelievable turnout today. People have been on the edge of their seats from start to finish, and I cannot wait to see what the finalists do tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be an absolute bloodbath. Every single duel is going to be a Mak'Gora. Everybody but one player who competed today will be playing in their final duel. We'll be fighting their final duel tomorrow. It's going to be
crazy to think about. Only one character in the entire tournament will be alive tomorrow.
That is
only
nuts.
one. Yes, it's going to be absolutely incredible. So here are the final 8 for every single class. For Druids, you have Stevens, you have Luxia, you have MFBTV, you have Spo, you have, I'm not going to rate everybody's names, but you guys can see it on the screen right there, because I'm just going to butcher everybody's names, but you guys can see it. These are the top 8 for every single class that is going to be competing. They are going to be competing tomorrow. It's going to be huge. Again, this is the biggest prize pool tournament in WoW history for classic hardcore Mak'Gora. Absolutely incredible that we have some people making it 5-0. A few people. We have Sonii, we have Snutz, we have Ziqo, who made through at 5-0.
All right,
great. So
again, guys,
Xaryu, great job today, man. Thank you so much for coming on, being our play-by-play guy. Soda as well. Soda, you're doing your horror games tonight?
Yeah, I'm having a terrible night. Yes.
So Soda is going to be terrified all night. So if you guys want to go check out some horror games, go check out Soda a little bit later here. I'll stick around for a little bit longer after this and chop it up. And yeah, we should be good. So Xaryu, we'll see you tomorrow. Chance, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks so much for coming on, guys. This has been a phenomenal event so far.
GG's. Well done.
GG's, and thanks for having me, guys.
All the people that are participating, I know you're watching the stream. Good luck. Try to get some sleep tonight. And see you tomorrow. Good luck, guys. It all comes down to this.
Hope you guys enjoyed.